What's up, fellas? All right, 7:34. We get after it. JT Goggins, what is up, man? Good to see your face. You had your camera on a minute ago. Turn that camera back on if you can. There you are. What's up, young man?
Handsome.
It's good to see you. All right, guys. Again, turn your cameras on if you don't mind. Interact with us. But today we're talking about goal setting. Going into the new year, everybody likes to talk about New Year's resolutions and looking forward to what's to come. Going into the new season of life. It impacts us all, every one of us. Even our Futures Association member here, Brayden Randle, starting middle infielder at Ole Miss, University of Mississippi. For those of y'all who don't know, won the national championship, college baseball, just a couple years ago. Is a perennial SEC school, like just one of the best places in the country to go to. Somewhere where every single young man that comes through these doors aspires to go. He has attained it. Not only is he attaining it, he's thriving. And so it was important for us to come together tonight after we got done hitting and talk about our goals for the year and how we're going to attack those goals. So I want to ask Brayden a couple questions. One being, what are your goals? What are your goals? I know you got a list of 3 easy ones, so let's just run down those 3 ones. You don't have to elaborate too much, but tell us what your goals are.
Well, number one, my overall goal for the season is to be an All-American. You know, I set that bar pretty high for myself. Some ways that I try to attain that goal and achieve that goal is, number one, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you are good enough to set that bar high and achieve that. Number 2 is, I just want to be an enjoyable guy to be around on the field. You know, I've learned from my failures a little bit. I think I've matured from my freshman year. Everybody likes somebody that is enjoyable to be around. At the end of the day, I've learned that you actually play better when everybody likes to be around you and you're happy and you're running around having fun. And another one is just trust God's timing. At the end of the day, He's got your life in His hands, and I don't want to put myself out there and get mad if something doesn't happen. So I'm just going to trust God's timing it's my New Year's resolution.
New Year's resolution, trust God's timing. I love that. There's a couple things I want to touch on. One of them I'm gonna pick on you a little bit because we're all working to become better. So I'm gonna give you kind of some food for thought on the first one. Second one I love, being an enjoyable guy to be around. Because this is a guy who is so talented physically, right? He's put in the work. He's earned every bit of the opportunity he has. But he's realizing that nobody cares if you're just not a fun guy to be around. If you're a prick on the field and it's a dog-eat-dog thing, and fellas, y'all want to know my story? I was the same way. I was at a Division I, not only thinking and acting like I was better than everyone, but talking the talk too. And when you do that, yeah, you might be the best player on the field. But if nobody's in your corner, nobody's backing you up, and nobody's there to pick you up when you start to fail, it unravels quick. And it makes for a miserable experience and ultimately makes you a worse player. And then trust God's time is something we talk a lot about on this podcast is how God is working in our lives. And something we pride ourselves on here at the Futures Association is to be people first, personal development first. God is working in our lives and has brought us here through baseball as a vehicle to become better men. And so I love that that's one of your goals, B-Dog, is to just trust God's timing because you are there for a reason. You're playing second base or shortstop or wherever you're written, your name's in the lineup is for a reason that day. So all you can do is trust His timing, trust that He's got a plan for your life and you're going to go execute it to the best of your ability. So I got something for you. You said being All-American. I want to challenge that a little bit. As I matured as a player, my goals shifted. That would have been a goal I would have had at your age also. Be an All-American. Be the dude. Be the 1%, the elite of the elite of college baseball. But I learned that there's not much I can control in terms of actually getting voted as an All-American. And so what I think you're saying, if I'm listening to you, is being an All-American is so much more than just having your name called and getting a plaque on the wall. Because those things are really outside of your control. But what is in your control are all the things that you know is going to have to happen to even be in that type of class, right? To be considered for an All-American. Is that correct?
Well, let me reword that first.
Yeah, so go ahead. Tell me how you're going to get
Being an
there.
All-American, yes, it would be great to be voted to be an All-American. But in my mind, the goal I set to be an All-American, that's in my head. I set the bar to be an All-American in my head. Whether how I dictate that, how my season went, I want to be an All-American in my head.
This is futures. This is great.
So, yes. And to get there, you have to do certain things. And those are the things that you can control, right? So for you, you're like, man, I want to be an All-American. But inherently, you know what it takes to be an All-American. And so now it's just a bunch of micro goals underneath that, with that being the grand scheme, right?
Yes.
The play at the end. So I think it's important to not only reiterate that when we're talking about our goals, but when we look in the mirror, it's like, okay, that's a great goal. That's a lofty goal. I'm trying to be the starter on the varsity team this year. Well, that's a great goal to have. What's it going to take to get there? And that reverse engineering, that kind of taking one step back and evaluating the things I got to do and the ladder I got to climb to attain that, those are little micro goals on the day-to-day that we need to lock in on and be 1% better every single day to get there. Why is being an enjoyable guy why is that a goal for you? Why is being joyful and having a joyful spirit on the field so important?
Well, I think it's so important because, number one, it's going to help you play better. I learned from a lot of my failures from last year. Started as a freshman, got thrown out there. At some points in the season, I didn't know how to handle failure. I was a pissy guy to be around. Nobody wanted to be around me. So from my maturity from last year to this year, I had to look up to some guys. A lot of the older guys that have been through what I've been through and have learned what I'm learning right now, you can just tell the maturity difference. They don't care how they played that day. Yes, it's going to eat them up for a minute, but they learn how to let it go. And because we play a long season, guys, you're not going to piss away bats. You're not going to let the game before dictate how the next game is. So being an enjoyable guy to be around. At the end of the day, we're playing with teammates, and you can have a great game, and everybody is going to look at you and be like, wow, that guy is great to be around. So yeah, just being an enjoyable guy to be around is what you need to go for.
Part of that is body language, something we talk a lot about up here. We got a few guys in the room, the live audience tonight. We had a good conversation earlier about body language. Because guys walk in the facility here and they look tired immediately. They look like they're having a bad day. They're frustrated about something. And it's a really challenging thing to change your tune once you're already in it. And so in order to be an enjoyable guy to be around, and by no means am I saying fake it or don't be yourself, more or less have some awareness, have some understanding that, okay, I'm tired today. I'm beat down today. Brayden had cavities filled today, right? He was up early duck hunting, which was his choice, but still all these things impact his ability to come and perform at 7 o'clock at night like he did today. And he had to make a conscious decision when he stepped out of his truck and walked into this facility. Am I going to rise to the occasion? Am I going to smile? Am I going to enjoy my time? Am I going to love on the people around me as I'm called to do? And in turn, when we start executing that, when we have the awareness to know, yes, I am tired, beat down, frustrated, hungry, but I'm still here for a purpose greater than myself, and I'm going to go execute that to the best of my ability, it totally turns the tide and makes you so joyful and so pleasant, and it ultimately makes you the best player you can possibly be, which is what we're all striving to do anyway. That's so good. Guys, we're running short on time, and we don't need to extend it out too long, but I want to open the floor, and if each one of you guys could give us a goal for the new year. Give us something that is on your heart. We're going to go and just take a minute to do it, but take your camera on, or turn your camera on if you can, take your microphone off mute, and just share with us a single goal that you have for yourself. Let's start with Johnny Bieber.
I would say it's just to get bigger and better and just practice a lot.
All right. Consistency, Johnny. Consistency. Just commit to the process and do it every single day and watch how God transform your life. Gavin, what you got, G?
I feel like I should just keep on working on my cardio and start working out more than I did last year. And in 2025, I think I should just keep on working.
I love it, man. Gavin, you're at such a amazing age to start to have some awareness and understanding of your body. Start to develop and have a plan and execute that plan. I think that's so special, and I love that you're here and taking part of this at such a young age. Bash, what you got? You got a goal for us, Mr. Bash?
Whoa, put me on the spot one time.
Come on, big dog.
I mean, I don't know. My goal is probably not anything to do with baseball, but with work, just getting in there and staying on task is the main deal. You can get off task pretty easy, especially being in real estate without really a boss per se.
Yeah.
So just staying on task and get done what I need to get done.
It's so good, man. Accountability partners, bro. Accountability partners. We all have lofty goals, but if you ain't got nobody in your corner, it's tough to get up in the morning sometimes. So have some accountability partners. We're here for you. JT Goggins, I'm gonna let you take this one. What you got, JT?
I want to get faster and work on more of my eating, starting to eat better.
That goes with consistency. Getting 1% better every day, you have to be consistent to get that 1% better every day. So set that goal, and each day have a plan to achieve that goal.
Yeah. JT, do you know anything about calories? Caloric intake?
Not really.
So you have to, when you eat food, you ingest calories, what's called calories. And when you run and work out and exercise, you burn calories. And so in order to gain weight and start getting stronger, you have to be in what's called a calorie surplus, meaning you got to eat more food than what your body burns or processes. So take that one little nugget and start understanding the food you're putting in your body. Every time you look at a label on the back of a thing, it says calories, and it has a big number and tells you exactly how many calories are in that food. Start looking at that and being aware of that and understand how many calories you're taking in, okay? Little things. That's good. Trent, what you got, big dog?
I would say starting varsity and reading my Bible more, trying to get into that more.
What you got?
That's good. That's good.
Starting varsity. So that's a similar thing to like what Brayden had being All-American, right? I hope that resonated with you. You want to start varsity, but you don't control whether the coach writes your name in the lineup or not. But you do control all those things that make him want to write your name in the lineup. So hyper focus on those, sell out for that, and then let the rest of it be. Joel Olive. Joel, you got a goal for the year? Davin Suela, what's up, Big D? How are you? Good to see you. We're talking about goals, and I know you missed a little bit of this, and I'm going to holler at you as soon as we finish up because I want to share what we talked about. Give us a goal that you have for the year.
Like get stronger, and just get better each day.
Yeah. You know what I love about you, Davin, is I see you working. You're up here consistently putting in the work. So my charge to you is just to stay consistent. Stay committed to it. Don't give in. Just stay the course because you're on the right track. All right? Aaron. What's up, Aaron? You got one? All right, Matt Ratley. You got a goal for us?
Yes, sir. I'd like to get bigger and better this year, and then hopefully, get MVP for my high school varsity.
Cool. Brayden, what does it take to get bigger and stronger? I know that's something you dealt with.
We said plenty of times consistency.
Consistency.
It all results back to consistency. If you have a great day doing what you need to do, eating as much as you need to do, working out as much as you need to do, then you go to the next day and you eat like a slob and you don't work out, you're not going to reach that goal of getting bigger. It's all about consistency.
Yeah, that's good. Brett Randle, would you like to share a goal with you? I know having some vision for the future and your process, you've meant so much to me over the years in terms of just that discipline and consistency that your son's talking about. Do you have a goal for the year for yourself?
Well, hey guys, how y'all doing? Sorry, I can't get my camera to work.
That's all right. That's all right.
But, yeah, goals are super important to me. Being the CEO of a company, I have to have professional goals. Being a husband of 25 years, I think that, having goals in that respect are really important. Being a father, being a friend, those are all big goals of mine every year to try to get better in those departments. My number one goal every year is to become closer to God. And that's been a goal that I've had for probably about 20 years now. And kind of like you said earlier, Justin, you have to have micro goals that attach to your macro goal in order to achieve those. And, for me, reading the Bible every morning and being consistent with that, and not only that, but spending some time in prayer. And, somebody challenged me years ago and said, if God answered all of your prayers today, what would change in the world? And man, that just really kind of blew me away. And so I just believe that God is ready, willing, and able to answer our prayers, and He wants us to be bold. So, those two things are micro goals around just having a better relationship with God. And I honestly believe, guys, that when you become closer to God, all of your other dreams have a really, really good opportunity of coming true. That's not to be like prosperity gospel, but at the end of the day, that's really the most important thing. And I know that's really hard for young men to understand, and hopefully one of these days you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. But and then I won't bore you with all of the professional goals that I have, but those have changed over the years too. From I want to do X amount in sales, and I want to do X amount in profit, to now it's more about taking care of my people and making sure that the culture is good and flourishes. And so those just change throughout time. But my goals literally don't change now year to year. It's become closer to God, be the best husband that I can be the best father that I can be, and be the best friend to those around me that I can be. And those are my macro goals, and I have to work each and every day to achieve those.
So good, man. Thank you, Brett. Thank you. What I love about that is we got a guy like Trent, who's in high school, saying he wants to be more consistent with reading his Bible. And we got a man in Brett Randle who, this is his son. I'm not going to tell you how old he is, but his son's in college, and he has one of the same goals. And so you guys are on the right track just by being here tonight and prioritizing this in your life on December 30th at 7:30 at night, 2024. You guys are on the right track. So stay consistent. Know that there's people here that love you, that care about you, that we have a team. And this is what being a Futures Association member is all about, is being able to come together as men from 10, 11, 12 years old all the way up to grown adults, because we're all working together for a common goal. That's to glorify God, love people, and be the best men that we can be. We have time for one question. One question for Brayden. Anybody can ask it. First guy gets it. Give us one question for a starter at Ole Miss.
So, how is school like in college? Like, how different is it from high school?
How different is it from high school? There's a lot more. So let me just break down a college day for you. So I take a lot of online classes. I have to prioritize that time because if I don't, I'm not going to get it done at the end of the day. So I wake up around 9 o'clock. I go grab breakfast. I come home. I'm back by about 9:30, 9:45, and I sit there and do school till about 12. That's just the first part of school. That's when I'm watching lectures and taking notes and stuff like that. Then I go to baseball from about 1 o'clock till about 7 o'clock. That's 6 hours a day. That's between practice, hitting, and working out, individual work, things like that. So about 7 o'clock, I go grab dinner, which has got to be a heavy dinner. Usually I get 2 so I can have a little midnight snack, but
Got you.
so that's about 7 o'clock dinner. Then from there on till about 12 o'clock, you're doing homework. It's a lot of homework a day, and I mean we're taking 5, 6 classes, so you got to prioritize those time, and it's a lot. It's not that difficult, but it kind of depends on what you major. If you want to be a doctor, then it's going to be very difficult. But
time management is key. When you're playing college baseball, time management is key. And you guys are getting a taste of that now, right? We got guys up here tonight. It's 8 o'clock. They got their work in. They're sitting in here with us, and they're learning time management because they're about to go back into school next week, and they're still going to have to prioritize certain things. So prioritize your time. Stay the course. Have some accountability partners. You're going to get through it just fine. Do you agree?
yes.
All right, guys. We love you so much. God bless you all. Enjoy your New Year's tomorrow, and we'll see you here in the next week or so. All right. Appreciate you guys.